Alright, and we are back. So again, what I mentioned in kind of my first video, I've already played through kind of the first stage of the game where you build up a few ships, mostly through just finding them in empty space, get some credits, and you complete your kind of main goal, which is called your Ascension. And again, what I chose, the easiest one, because I want to get to the meat of the game, is called Knowledge. And I have to scan some asteroids, get some blueprints, and discover some sectors. As you can see, I definitely did a lot of it with the Discover part. If I look at my galaxy, I have pretty much the entire thing explored right now. And what I identified is there were a few kind of good starting places, and I decided kind of this area right here would be where I want to kind of start my empire. It's got a lot of unknown sectors, good stats. There are a few Xenon ship or sectors, but not many. And I didn't see any pirate bases in these sectors, but they may show up. I'm especially going to start off with placing my first outpost right here in Mercenaries Rift, because A, it's next to the split sector, so I can start trading with them to make some money, to pay for maintenance. And B, I'm pretty sure, but not completely sure, it may prevent the split from expanding westward. I'm okay with them basically taking these sectors, because, you know, Xenon's here, but I do want to try to, you know, take as many of these as possible. Especially these two, because with this certain perk, I can, get a lot of extra perks for those outposts. And eventually I'm going to take this sector anyway, so I might as well do it with this one as well. So, let's get to it. Right now, I have my freighters kind of moving back towards my sector. I'm intending to use them to help build up this sector. And my other ships, my fighters, my M3s and M4s are already in sector, kind of just patrolling around. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Ascension, and I'm going to click Complete Your Ascension.
Objective updated.
And I get a little objective updated. A message will appear.
Message.
And hey, look, plot. You now have the trust of our people.
Updated.
You must understand that the people of this galaxy are tired of these internal wars, while our true enemies, the Xenons, are left alone and prepare themselves for more invasions. All this rebellion is about fighting the right battles. The device I was talking about in my previous message is some sort of quantum teleporter, stolen by the Terrans by your father a decade ago. And more plot. You can read this. The point is, I'm going to get a special equipment that only I can use. In regular X3, of course, you have the jump drives, and there are no jump drives in this mod in Mayhem 3. However, you basically get one jump drive or one teleporter, and I'm going to have to make a decision pretty quick. But the other thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get my first station. If I look, I now have a TL, which is in the sector Unseen Domain. Unseen Domain is way up here. Okay. So this is going to take a while, but I'm going to basically try to get this down to my chosen sector. Jesus, it's going to take a while. But until then, I'm basically going to just kind of continue to explore, get a bit more money while this happens. In addition, I'll probably try to go get the teleporter or jump drive. I worked with the teleporter a lot when I played the beta, so I might try to see what the jump drive's like instead. Let's see. So that's already done. Maybe this will happen after I get my TL's outpost built. Alright, so... The other thing I could start doing is I could start laying in a satellite network. They die a lot compared to other games, and there's not really that much of an easy way to early set up satellites, but I could basically get one of my fighters to kind of start buying a few. let's see. Let's actually head into Savage Spur and kind of see again what's available, so I can plan out kind of how I'm going to be getting some money.
Savage Spur.
So let's have this Rajin kind of just come
Command
with me,
accepted.
because that's the fastest of them. I think it's the fastest. Let's see, 256, 277. Nope, actually the Chimera Enhanced is. So, back to patrolling the sector you go.
Command accepted.
Chimera Enhanced, you come with me.
Command accepted.
Alright, and let's speed up. Plodding along, but it'll get there eventually. Hopefully they won't claim too many sectors in the meantime. I might have to figure out what's what with that. The other thing that I might want to do is do a few split missions, because when you claim a sector that's next to an already established sector, you'll take a reputation hit, which can be pretty severe later on in the game. So I might not want to go to war with the split immediately, because I want to be trading with them. So I might as well try to get up my reputation with them. Alright, let's see. So, there's chip plants, which take energy cells, good. Computer plants, which take chips. Crystal fabs, which take energy cells. Let's see, protein paste, which takes waste. I'm not sure if I can sell food to this outpost, but let's see. Yeah, fruit. Hey, this one produces fruit, so we'll see what I can do with that. Alright.
You are talking to...
Let's try to land at this crystal fab.
Autopilot activated.
So yeah, no satellite plant here, so I can't buy anything. Chump company strength, nope. See, this is the one problem with developing in a lot of empty areas, especially if you choose this kind of start with the galaxy. It's going to take a bit longer to find things to buy. Ideally, you can become self-sufficient, but we shall kind of test my theory.
Incoming message.
Hey, something new that happened. We'll get to that in a second.
Successfully docked.
All hail the family Runkar. The Split Dynasty welcomes you
Let's
on
see.
board.
Despite our efforts to end the war, we're going to be hacking. Alright, looks like scanning some asteroids mission easily done. Let's do this. The hacking thing basically comes into play later on. We'll get to that. But I already know what's coming on with the beta, but I will keep it a surprise for now. But basically, random NPC stations are going to be hacked. At least the first one has. Hey, let's see. Check my Nexus.
Attention. One of your ships is under attack.
I might lose this.
Investment.
I didn't cover it with any weapons. And I still have 2. Less maintenance. But this is why in this mod you kind of need to really protect your ships with escorts. Something I should have done, and I might do with this ship to protect my other 2. Protect this Mistral. And my Sentinel. Let's see, where is this Nexus? Light of Hope. Alright. Orders. Combat. Protect. Light of Hope.
Command
Nexus.
accepted.
Alright, in the meantime, I gotta get all the way up to Weaver's Tempest. And Another problem with this start, even though it's going to be great defensively, is a lot of these missions, they kind of send them a few sectors away. But because I have a lot of empty spaces, I'm going to have to kind of take this meandering path. Another reason why I think I'm going to go with the jump drive this time instead of the teleporter. This has a bit. I'm taking a bit of a gamble because this guy doesn't have any shields, but we'll see what happens. And there's the Mistral. Of course, it all doesn't matter. As long as the Ryu gets here, then we'll be fine. Although having at least one TS early on is going to definitely help out, so I can start actually like producing things. I don't want to just do it with M3s and M4s. I might have to kind of go myself with this heavy Hydra.
Entering system, the Vault.
Let's see, 18 billion. Okay, you're heading this way. TL is in Aldrin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. You can do it. Another thing about in this mod, TLs are actually pretty good at defending themselves. They got a lot of hit points, a lot of shields. So you can use them as pretty much kind of a poor man's M2 until you get those. So don't be afraid to kind of send them in. Don't lose them, of course, but don't be afraid to send them in kind of to attack things. Let's see, there's the Mistral. Alright. So I'm gonna get at least one fighter, or one TS in there. Hopefully my Nexus will also be there, so I'll have kind of two starting. In the meantime, I'll be heading
CEO's investment.
Weaver's Tempest. Scan those asteroids. Okay, so the Rajin is going to be protecting the Nexus. I'm not expecting the Rajin to be able to do much, but at least it can kind of serve as a distraction. Might be enough. But yeah, this game is kind of a lot more slow-paced initially compared to the other
CEO's
X3 mods and even the base game, but it's a lot deeper in terms of kind of play. You actually got to escort your stuff, and once we start to kind of get into the later parts of the game, it can become actually quite challenging. Oh, pirate. Let's see what we can do with this. I don't have very many guns on my Hydra right now, but we'll fix that eventually. Let's see if we can intercept this fighter. course, my Chimera Enhance isn't going to do anything because I'm not under attack yet, but let's see if I can get the shot in. Firing. Nope, alright. Oh well.
Great reef.
Alright, let's head up to Quiet Tides. Other thing that I could do is I could go and grab these missiles.
Phantom missile.
They are worth a little bit of change. Let's go and do that. Even check my satellites. Let's see. Hey, let's go capture this. A nice thing about this version of the mod, like the release, is that your ships can capture other ships even without a remote control device.
Command accepted.
It just takes them, they had to get a bit closer, but you can really kind of expand your fleet pretty rapidly early on, because when you get one ship, it can get another ship, and then that's two, and those two other ships can get two other ships, and so on. So, we'll have that Nexus have two escorts. They are a bit damaged, so we'll slow down a bit, but two is better than one, especially since that one has some shields. Protect. Did you go to Quiet Tides? Yeah.
Command
Alright.
accepted.
So they're both protecting Mistral. I think I can have the Mistral do a trade run in Savage Spur. Let's just send it in there. I really gotta get some satellites around there. Fortunately, you can create your satellites, but there are other priorities when I set up my outpost. Let's see. View is there. Anacreon's Kingdom, I think how you pronounce it. Getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Could be faster, could be slower.
Autopilot activated.
Might as well use
Cargo
the
bay now
autopilot.
contains
Alright.
Phantom missile. Quiet tide.
Let's see, they're going there with the Chimera escort. Nexus is... they're there. So they'll definitely get past me. There's that pirate, which I'm not sure where they went into here, but we'll work with that later on.
Autopilot on.
Alright, going to the next sector, we...
Entering system. Quiet tide.
Alright, a couple of Wraith missiles, let's go get them.
Autopilot activated.
The final version of this mod did get rid of that, like, collect all wares command. You can do it with an automated ship later on, but you can't just have your ship or, like, just a TS kind of go willy-nilly all around anymore. But, at least initially, not too much stuff just drops everywhere with the loot system. Family to Kerr. At least the review is pretty fast. Alright.
Cargo bay now contains Wraith missile.
Almost there. Meanwhile, let us have our buy some energy cells. No client.
Command
Let's see
accepted.
what. Nope. Okay.
Incoming
Thought
message.
not. Nothing close enough. I wonder if I can do it manually. Let's see. Solar power plant. Kind of expensive. What else can you move around? Can you move around the sea rations? Nope. The microchips? Nope. All these things are kind of low on stock. We'll get that fixed when we start to produce our own. But in the meantime, I'll just kind of have them hang out right here for now. Oh, pirate. Let me check. Yeah, still plenty of money. I'm doing fine there. My maintenance is about 1,000 every 10 minutes. So I should be fine. At least for now. Hey, my Ryu's probably going to pass me. Let's just make sure it doesn't smack into me as I exit the wormhole. And then, it's getting there. Yep, there it is. Does look pretty cool. Whee! Not going to smack into it, but I can do a flyby. Because why not? Switch to a different mode. And of course, this ship contains pretty much everything about my entire empire so far. Some food, some resources, and the all-important outpost. Alright. Let's get over to Family to Kerr, and then into Weaver's Tempest, and we'll do this asteroid scan thing. The other thing is I could have obviously just gone into my faster fighter, but I'm going to just hang out right now with my M6. Eventually my player ship will be kind of faster, because I'm going to choose to be doing the jump drive instead of the teleporter. My choice of a player ship is going to matter a lot more, because even with the teleporter you can teleport between all your different ships, but we shall see. The other thing I should start doing is kind of looking up where my asteroids are. Mercenaries Drift has some. Looks like it has some pirates. I'm not sure if there's a base or not, but even if there is a base, it's not as much of an issue because I can basically just kind of just patrol around it. I can even use my Ryu to attack it. Alright, asteroid right there. Alright. I wonder which ones they want me to scan, or if it's just any of them. Check the journal for a second. All the asteroids. Alright. That might take some time. So let's not do it with just one ship. Let us have my Chimera enhanced start scanning. They can all do it. And meanwhile, I'll have myself do it. Scan local asteroids. Alright. Probably by the time I'm done with this, we'll have the Ryu in sector and we can start building, so I can focus on that. In the meantime, let us send this TS back to Mercenaries Rift. Okay, they're taking care of those those pirates at least. And eventually, of course, what I'll do is I will eliminate this Xenon sector, which will allow me to have a bit more kind of free movement. It's a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess it's not faster, but I still will eliminate that one anyway. Once I get my jump beacon network working, the problem will solve itself. Alright, CEO's investment, getting there. 2-ish more. I'm gonna save my game just in case. Alright. The other thing I can start doing is I can start basically scanning the asteroid yields in these places. So I can kind of choose. Asteroid yields don't matter as much in this game because you can only have so many mines and you just need kind of one efficient one to produce the ore. Compared to something like Litcube's mod where you'll combine a whole bunch of them into those Saturn complexes. So let's have this guy scan the asteroids in that sector. The other thing I'll eventually start doing is setting up a few miners, mostly to get some crystals for upgrades and getting some just regular crystals to help make missiles. Or not missiles, weapons and shields. Missiles that come from silicon wafers. And also eventually I'll be able to construct this upgrade that allows me to transmute one color crystal to another. And that will help as well. Alright, Ryu is in the vault. Almost there. Almost there actually on the scan too. Although my Chimera is kind of off the map there. It is. Alright, so my Ryu is in position. So I'm going to save the game and then save it again. And again, since this is kind of such a pivotal moment. Alright. So. Remote drop station outpost. So I gotta pick basically where it's going to be. I got a couple of choices. Savage Spur is over here, so trading would be kind of advantageous there. However, a lot of if I have any kind of asteroid mines, they're all right around here, and any miners will be kind of mining this cluster, kind of C crescent shape right here. So I think I'm going to kind of position the outpost maybe right about here, just so it's a little bit close to my other things. Other reason is I'm going to be expanding west first, so I kind of want to have that one out there. So in that case, maybe let's go right about here. Alright, here we go. Dropping my first outpost. It is now mine. And I'm going to get this big warning. Let's see if it's a bad warning.
Command accepted.
Okay, good.
Mission completed.
Hooray. And my split, oh, didn't drop. Okay, then maybe the first time doesn't drop. Everyone gets one then. But now, see if mine turn white, the independents control it. And my ascension is now officially complete.
Message.
And some more messages. So now basically I can go get my equipment. It is 100,000 credits, so I might want to kind of build up a positive cash flow first, but we shall see. Alright, so now that my Ryu is kind of ready, I'm going to just kind of set it to patrol the sector for right now.
Command accepted.
And let's kind of check out this outpost. After one more message, yes. Though there's, in this mod, there's this faction system that I can basically get things if I do certain things to other enemy races. Let's actually check this out right now in the Ministry of War. That's not the Ministry of War. That is. So right now, basically, I have one favor point with the Teladi, and what I can do with that is I can request them to kind of map some sectors for me, drop some satellites for me, even like defend a sector. Not going to be as much use right now, so I'm just going to have them map some stuff for me. We'll see what I get out of it. But in the meantime, that is how basically you can kind of analyze how you're doing with the other factions and how you will basically be fighting them. Alright, back to the outpost. So when I go into the outpost, the first thing that you always see is that there are perks. And this is actually a kind of pretty important issue, or important decision, because these perks, you cannot get them back, and they make a huge difference to kind of what type of station you're going to do. This is my first station, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose no food consumption, so I don't have to spend money on buying food. See up here, I had to buy vegetables or bring vegetables. I want to prevent this. So I'm going to basically say this is a self-sufficient station. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to basically get this adjacency perk bonus. It's not going to matter right now, but as I get other sectors with outposts, it will basically be more beneficial. I'm not sure if this is a mistake or not, but I'm just going to risk it. So it's kind of like a giveaway for right now. And then the other thing that I could do is I could basically like give my ability to kind of build lasers or missiles or shields or solar panels or attacks. However, I'm thinking I'm going to use basically this outpost first to build other like stations, so it will focus on building stations. So I will basically choose this cheaper station perk. The other ones I could choose tax, because it has a pretty high population, and solar panels for energies. But what is this outpost, or the solar? 150, yeah. So energy cell, solar panel perk, not as much of a priority. Wait, I was looking at the wrong one, excuse me. Mercenaries Rift. Ooh, 300, okay. So maybe over time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, at least for right now, cheaper stations. Alright, so now I can't get any more, but this will change when I get more outposts. And as you can see, here is what I can build right now. Not much so far, but what I do have is I can drop my Ryu into the station, dock, and give out the resources so I can start building things. Alright, in the meantime, what I can also do is I can set up that my station will have a few agents. Agents are the things that want to trade. So this Nexus will get home-based to the outpost, and this Mistral will also get home base to the outpost. And what I can do is I can set up one of them to be an agent and one of them to be a trader, or both of them to be agents, but I think I'm gonna kind of do one and the other. Let's see, a Nexus is 100 speed, while the Mistral is 90. Okay, comparable speeds. So let's go ahead and make the Nexus my first agent. So this is the one that will basically kind of maintain the outpost itself. It will grab things from my own stations and kind of trade those resources around, while my trader is the one that will kind of deal with external things, buying and selling. So, Nexus. Hey, it changed automatically. Neat. Trader. Mistral. Okay. So now things are going to start happening. They're going to start kind of going home. And what I can basically start doing is, let me save again before I do this. Start checking out how I'm going to set up my traders and things. So if I go to logistics, I got kind of two options, and what I'll basically say is I'm going to load the station preset for my agents, and that's what it will basically try to kind of start getting. But actually this isn't going to work because I need to build up the entire infrastructure, so let's get rid of that. Let's load the complete preset for right now. And this is basically all of the main resources that you can build. And of course I'll start adjusting this over time as I need to, but for right now this is basically just what's going to happen. Meanwhile, if I go back to the logistics and I change the traders, I can basically say what I want them to do is I'm going to want them to start selling the fruit, and we'll see about buying things. In the meantime, the other thing that I want to start doing is setting up this. I'm going to give us a bit more distance, and then yes, they're open to other traders right now, and say you can have 50,000 credits right now, and later on I'll set it up so it constantly gets 50,000 credits. Anyway, back to the traders. So let's see, let's check out some wares. Add a ware. Okay, so fruit. Alright, there's fruit.
Incoming message.
Look at that in a second. Alright, so what I want them to do is I want them to start selling fruit. So let's see, I want them to start exporting it when export. All traders exporting this outpost will never load cargo below. Oh wait, right here. If the stock is greater than or equal to the threshold, it is exportable. So if I keep it at 0, then it will basically export all the fruit, at least for selling for right now. At least that's the theory. Is my math right? All traders. So let's see. So if I get 100 fruit, that's greater than 0. Yeah, okay. So you'll start exporting. And eventually I may kind of change this and basically send fruit to other things. Like, for example, this one consumes fruit. So what I'll be able to do is if I kind of say this outpost is not going to be one that is self-sufficient, I can basically bring fruit from this outpost into this outpost. But that will happen later on. Meanwhile, my Ryu has docked. So I'm going to start transferring over the foods for right now. And the ore, and the Rastar oil, and the Teledondianium. I can never pronounce that, even though I hear it all the time.
Transferred.
So now I can basically have starting to build things. And what I can basically do is I'm going to go back to the factory, and there's a few things I can start building. I could basically build another outpost. That's going to take a while. What I want to start doing is I basically want to start building the stations that can use the things that I'm producing, and right now the only thing I'm producing is waste. So the thing I'm going to start by building is I'm going to start by building a protein paste blending facility, because for some reason using the waste products of my people I can get protein paste. Yeah, but it works. So I'm going to basically say, hey station, start building this. And what's going to happen is my protein paste blending facility will produce protein paste, which will end up being used by the C rations, which are produced in this one, the food preparation facility. And then that can build a further kind of product. My goal basically is to at first get kind of self-sufficient with building stations, so I can basically then kind of just build station after station after station. So my goal is to basically get building ore, this one, and Rastar oil. So there's about kind of like 6 or 7 different stations that I'll have to build to get this to happen. But once I get it to happen, then kind of this engine will happen. One thing about this is I'm going to have to basically build 2 protein paste facilities to feed one of these, but I'm just going to build one of these right now. Alright, so this is basically kind of one of my main goals for kind of stage 2 of the game, is I need to basically destroy all of the Xenon sectors. But that will happen later on. Alright, my Ryu has done all of its stuff dropping off there, so I will basically say defend sector again.
Command accepted.
How am I doing with these asteroids? A few more. Getting there. And Mercenaries Drift has a pirate. Hey, it's been defeated. Good. I wonder how the logistics are going. Is he started the trader done anything yet? Logistics. So I've basically got 2,000 fruit plus 10, which has been produced. And we'll see if he will start kind of searching for things. He's going to go home. After I do this, I'm going to check out kind of these other missions, and again, start to build up a bit more reputation with the split. It's not going to matter that much because I'm not going to be expanding to these sectors. I'm just going to kind of conquer these. So my only kind of upcoming reputation hit is going to be with the Teladi when I get CEO's investment. Hopefully I can get to it. If not, when I get Great Reef or Pontifex Seclusion. But that will happen when that will happen. Let's see. Money is still fine.
Autopilot off.
Oops. Back to scanning asteroids.
Autopilot activated.
Let's see. Okay, so he is going to be selling fruit to the split outpost in Weaver's Tent. That's perfect. Exactly what I want. So all this useless fruit that I'm producing will basically be sent and generating sweet monies. And as you can see, it basically got all of it as well, which is going to be great. So this trader will just kind of be going back and forth into here, and will be not here. Split sector versus split sector into here. So it will basically depositing into the split outpost, at least until they close their dock to me, but we'll see when that happens. In the meantime, what I could also be doing is I could be selling some of my waste to this protein paste blending facility here, and I might start doing that, but we'll kind of see how many things is being produced. Because what's going to happen is each person basically produces 6 waste every 5 minutes, and I can basically get 162.
Attention.
So it will be, you know,
ships is under attack.
800.
Flyers retreat.
Oh. Okay, fortunately that was one of my ships, but my advanced satellites are going to be under attack. Something you've got to deal with. That your satellite network will eventually go down because the first ones aren't placed very efficiently. But just something just to work on. Meanwhile, this agent will be producing nothing because it is just having no job to do. But it will have a job to do pretty soon once I get my first thing to happen, which again will be a while. But in the meantime, that's the game. Let's see. We're almost done with kind of almost done. Let's just set this up right now. Oops, so I'm gonna go to my station settings. Important menu, by the way, the personal console, but this station settings is a little bit kind of hidden, but it's very important to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically, I've already set up these, but I'm going to basically kind of say, always have 50,000 credits.
One of your ships
More
is under
satellites
attack.
dead.
Friars retreat.
Yeah. 50,000. Nope. Oh, come on. 0. 50. There we go. 50,000. Oh, come on. What is changing about this?
Attention, one of your ships is
There we
under
go.
attack.
So now my station will always try to maintain 50,000 credits. I'll increase this over time, but until then, that's kind of what's what. Meanwhile, I'll be losing all of my of these kind of pre-set up satellites, but I think that kind of is what happens once you ascend. A few switches flip and it starts to become a bit more dangerous. But that is why I am focusing just on this kind of more isolated area of the galaxy. Alright, let's speed things up. Actually, I was already in sped up mode. Can't do it any faster, but we're getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more to investigate. And then I will head over and see if this is a ship for sale. Hopefully it will be a TS, so I can basically get a second trader or agent. Other thing I could start doing is I could basically start setting up miners, but I gotta build the miners and I got to equip them with the mobile mining lasers, so it's gonna be a while, but just something to keep in my checklist. There is a journal feature that I could use to take notes, but hey, it finished. So when I look at my outposts now, and I look at stations, my specialization level is still 0%, but that will increase over time, and what that will do is it will make it kind of faster to build these, and they'll also take less resources. Again, I mentioned in my first video that I'm a little bit cheating with this. I changed it so my max specialization will get to 99% instead of 50%, because I kind of like it that if you get a station that builds to that amount, you should get that kind of discount. If you do it to 100%, this stuff will be free actually, and if you do it to greater than 100, then you'll actually get a refund, a rebate every time you build a station or a ship or a shield. So I'm not going to go that far, but I'm going to basically get it as far as I can go with the discount. Alright, so again, I'm going to build a second protein paste facility, and then after that I'm going to get a, what do you call it, food preparation. Oh, I can't, I'm out of ore already, but that's okay. I'll be buying my kind of first thing, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Alright, I think my Chimera can finish off the remaining ones. I want to kind of really check out this. So let's do that. Meanwhile, what I'll be doing is I'll kind of have my trader also, after it sells a few of these, to kind of start looking out for buying those station materials. And what it can basically buy is I can get ore, and that's it. I can't get rest or oil. I can't get my teladiadium. There we go. I can say it. Teladiadium. Yet, but maybe if I look in company strength. Yeah, okay, so I can get that. Let's see. Weaver's Tempest. You have... Nope. Ringo Moon.
Attention. Nope. One of your ships is under attack.
Quiet Times.
Quiet Time.
Oops. My trader is under attack. Save just in case. This is why I need that jump drive. Other thing is, if I had the teleport device, I could basically teleport in the Chimera and fight it out. My skill in sector combat, you're a little bit better than out of sector. But it looks like I'm being victorious, at least for right now. But definitely, kind of over time, you want to kind of increase those exports, or escorts. But looks like I'm okay there, at least for now. But I'll definitely save after that, just in case I have to reload, because I don't want to lose 2 freighters. I really want to have at least 2 TSs, at least for right now. I suppose I can send my Scorpion to also protect that one.
Command accepted.
Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Looks like they're chasing him away. Huh, maybe he'll abandon it. Meanwhile, are there any abandoned ships? There are quite a few. Alright, I'm not going to do this mission because I don't have the stuff yet. But what I might do is I might basically check out, are there any kind of other ships I can claim nearby? Hey, there's an Eclipse here. Alright, let's go get that Eclipse. Alright. Hey, it worked. So, the Penetron got abandoned, so I'm going to have my Chimera capture it. And add that to my escort. It's going to be damaged, so I'll have to get it basically back to the station so I can start repairing it. Other thing I should do, actually, instead of escorting, let me have this dock. So my station will start repairing this so I can get my speed back up to normal. Meanwhile, let's see. Bluish Snout, Grand Exchange, there's an Eclipse. Bluish Snout, oops. Ooh, Demeter Prototype. Cheryl's Fortune. Alright, so there are some things that I might send, like this Scorpion out to start getting once he gets repaired. Oh, that's why I gotta get a like a ship or something in Savage Fur. Okay, there we go. Now I got my 2 protein-based facilities. So let us dock my Ryu, and let's deploy these first 2. Now the other thing that I can do is with these stations is I can instead of deploying them in here, I can start deploying them in these sectors to basically claim them. And I'll probably actually do that for 2 reasons. A, it will get me more perks for Mercenaries Rift, and B, it will allow me to kind of just keep them from being claimed, because the races aren't going to get that aggressive right away to take me out. So what I got to do is, if I can claim these, this will prevent them from being taken over. I might also do one of them in CEO's investment to kind of say this is my corner to prevent the Talati from kind of expanding further, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so I got a Penetron. I'm going to send it back into Mercenaries Rift Outpost to start repairing.
Command accepted.
That is actually a pretty fast repair job. Meanwhile, let's re-escort. Can't forget about that.
Command
Especially
accepted.
since we got a blast cop prototype. Let me save. Alright, let's check back out in Quiet Tides to see how we're doing. Okay, let's see. So that Chimera is going to be returning. I can send a Penetron out to protect it, just in case this Blast Claw prototype tries something, but we shall see. In the meantime, my Scorpion is ready, so let's send the Scorpion to go get... Oops.
Autopilot on.
Let's see. Abandoned ships, Bluish Snout. I want the Demeter, so let's send him to Bluish Snout. Bluish Snout. I'll just send him right next to it.
Command accepted.
My Ryu is not docked yet. But yeah, having the ability for one fighter to capture another without having to get that ludicrously expensive remote command software is a huge game changer. Because let me just look for a second. If I go into my outpost and go to the hangar and upgrades, in order to get it, I need to basically get 2 blue crystals, which again isn't that much of a problem once you get mining going, but it can build up. So this is kind of a big game changer in the beginning of the game. Let's see, is the pirate gonna try anything? Looks like it, because I think my ship is going to be trying something instead, but I think they can handle it. If not, I'll send that Penetron back in to defend it. And my Scorpion might be passing by that way too. That's why I saved the game, just in case.
Attention, one of your ships is under attack. Quiet time.
That's less optimal. I'm gonna lose my Chimera. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out, so we might want to reload. So, I'm gonna end this for right now, kind of reconsider my strategy, but I will come back when I come back. So this kind of ends episode 1. I've set up my first outpost, and I'm about to expand a bit further, and I'm in trouble here. I gotta up my escorts, but I will figure that when I get back. So, we'll get to that when we get to that.